I'm Steve Lancianese, First Lieutenant, U.S. Army, aviation officer. I fly AH-64 Delta Longbow Apaches. I just completed flight school in Fort Rucker, Alabama. I'm on my way to Ranger School in Fort Benning, Georgia, and I'll be deployed by the end of the year. We didn't come from a military family or anything. I didn't know anything about the military.
I was so surprised when he brought up going to the military academy.
Growing up, we never really got any hint of the military lifestyle, so I never even thought about it as being an option.
He's always been a very disciplined individual, so the type of lifestyle kind of suits his personality.
When I was a kid, I think I wanted to be a professional baseball player. But it wasn't until high school when I started getting interested in going to West Point that I started maybe thinking about the military. I was interested in West Point because it was a good school, it was a prestigious school, it was an engineering school, which is something that I wanted to study coming out of high school. The Army wasn't one of my top reasons for going to the academy. It kind of just came along with it.
Given his intelligence and his drive, the entire time growing up that he would be in some type of profession, whether it be a doctor or an attorney or something like that.
Growing up, he always set the standards for our family in every aspect, and I always knew he would be doing great things in the world.
I always figured Steve would go to some Ivy League school, he would play sports, he would excel in his classroom activities, but going to the military academy was something I'd never, ever envisioned for him.
I think everybody was a little surprised when I first mentioned that I wanted to go to West Point, but after they learned a little bit more about it, I think that they were definitely supportive of my decision. Everybody remembers that day. I was in the middle of my application process to West Point when the towers fell, and I hadn't really made my decision yet about where I was going to go to school. When the towers fell, that solidified my decision. I didn't even apply to any other schools.
That's probably going to be one of the hardest days of my life. Saying goodbye to Steve at the airport, to send him off to Iraq to go to war. I'm just dreading every minute of saying goodbye to him.
We're obviously very concerned for his safety. We're also very proud that he's going to be serving his country.
I think it will turn out cool in the end. I mean, he'll come home a hero.
I'm very proud of the choices that Steve has made for himself and the choices that he has made in representing his country and our family. And I'm very proud of my son.